Hey guys, welcome to LawnCareMadeEasy.com. I'm Zach Stroud. Today we're going to start pruning our roses, and February is the perfect time. So stay tuned and we'll be right back. Okay guys, so we're going to start pruning our roses now. These are peach drifts. They usually get about 2.5 to 3 feet tall. So these are around that size, 2.5 to 3 feet. And as you can see, I have 5 of them here, and we have a lot of work to get done. So first thing you want to do is make sure you want some gloves, and if you don't have the rose cutting gloves that come up about mid-arm, you'll want to have at least a good long sleeve shirt, okay? And remember to always use some bypass pruners with these. Roses are really gentle type of plant, okay? If you come in here with an automatic or motorized head trimmer, you're most likely going to cause splits in these branches and the stems, and what's going to happen is you're going to have a disease later on in the season, okay? So make sure you do them with this or some bypass loppers. But we're going to take a lot of this off. So you can see how big it is. So I'm just going to start trimming now. What I normally would do is say I didn't do this till April, then I would just come in here and maybe get some crossing branches and do a light pruning. But since we're still here in February, it's the end of February, we're going to go ahead and just kind of take this down a good bit, okay? So let's start right here. And as you can see, I'm going to take a lot off. I'm going to start right there. And this is the best way. The roses really respond to a good pruning. They really come back really easy, especially the drift roses. I've never had a rose in the past that never responded well to a pruning like this. And it gets the air flowing through here. Roses are really bad about getting some diseases. These are disease resistant, so that's the good thing about these. We had a lot of nice growth this past year out of these roses. I didn't get out here. I was so busy last year. I didn't get out here and prune them like I wanted to, so we're going to have to make it up this year. Let's take this one off because we don't want any branches going down into the ground. And as you can see right here, we have some coming from the base of the plant. So make sure guys that you're wearing gloves. And all of this extra, and you can see here the main trunk of it. So if you have an extra one right here, go ahead and clip that and clean it up. Now remember, we're not going to fertilize right now. Okay, we're just pruning it. And when we're done pruning and it gets a little bit hotter, then we'll start to put some nice fertilizer on there, and I'll do another video on that. Right now we're just cleaning up, taking them back to the main branch here. So here's our main branches, and we're going to clean everything else up, okay? So all the small branches, we're going to clean this out. And it's going to look kind of bare when you're finished, but you will see come around July, or not July, but sooner than that, around June, May and June, when these start really sprouting off, that you'll be glad you did that. So you see this branch right here. Let's move the grass out. This branch right here, we're going to take it out, because we're only focused on the big main branches, and everything else is just crowdedness. Look at all this in here. So try to stay on top of all your pruning year round, because if you don't, you'll regret it. You just got to put more time into it, and the plant, there's so much to cut off of this plant right now. We have dead branches on here we need to cut, and it's just not good for the plant. Any plant, not just a rose, but all plants and trees. Just need to clean them out. And it's best to do that because otherwise you may get some frost during the year or some freezing, some ice, and then that will break it. And you don't want them broken. We want them pruned. Let's clean this. See, they got some dead branches in here. Let me get those out. See how dead that one is? They just start dying in the middle. And then all that happens is you have dead branches and you can't clean it out. If you have grass in here, that grass got in here. So now I'll be able to get in there and get the grass out, clean it up around the base of the root. See how this one's coming out here? We want to cut that off, okay? Because we want all our branches pretty much going up. So we're going to cut this one off. Cut this dead off on this one. Clean it up. Okay. And it's, like I said, it's going to look a little different, especially from how big it is right now, but it's all going to come right back. Especially when you start putting the fertilizer to it. Okay guys, so we're finished pruning this, and you can see how far I took it down from the one right next to it. So they were the same size. So I took it down pretty good, probably about two feet here, a little over a foot. So you can look at the cuts here, how good the cuts are, 45-degree angle. Bypass pruners is what you need to cut these with because these are so fleshy, okay? Now I can get in here and I can start cleaning this up under here. That way we don't lose our roses in the future, okay? So we're not going to fertilize yet. We're going to wait probably another month before I start doing that, okay? So just right now we want to prune them, get them pruned probably right before April. February is the best time to do it, but for some of you who don't have time right now to do that, going right into April, probably mid-March, would be fine, okay? Okay guys, so don't forget to like and subscribe these videos, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you guys.